相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。And keeping your eyes closed, allowing the frequencies of love, peace, and harmony vibrate your cells, your internal organs, bone, ligament, tendon, DNA, RNA. Yeah, tonight we're going to be letting go of the blockages that keep us from being in the state of the purest love. See if you can visualize golden light radiating in your heart, sending love to everyone attending in person and online. How? So, Jay, would you like to come join me?
I would be delighted. Thank you so much, Winnie Chan Wang. Isn't she delightful, everyone?
Okay, so everyone, my name is Winnie Chan Wang. I'm a licensed acupuncturist. And here at the Heart Center, LA, we are a loving community that values everyone to share their challenges and their gifts with total freedom and total authenticity. Just talk like you're talking to yourself in the shower.
Yes, and we love for you to participate. And actually, we find that when we participate, we get much more out of what we do. So we encourage you to do the same.
Yes, there's really only one principle: is give what you want to receive.
Exactly.
So if you want to get love, give love. That is really the core principle. In fact, joining us tonight is a very, very special Kundalini Yoga teacher. And I'm actually also certified in Kundalini Yoga teaching. And one of the things that is very core of the Kundalini Yoga teaching is vibrate the cosmos. And I love for us to have a discussion of what does it mean to vibrate the cosmos? What does it mean to send gratitude in the universe? What does it mean to send compassion into the world? What does it mean to send healing into the world?
You wanna experience it?
Yes, yes. I'll hand it to you to officially introduce our guest.
I will officially introduce our guest, but first, I have a little experiment that I'd like everybody to join me in. Would you like to join me?
Yes, let's do it.
Great. Okay. So everyone, close your eyes and begin to be present with your breath, and allow your presence to come to your heart and your heartbeat. Your heart is actually not a pump like you were told in grade school. What it actually is a vortex creator. So bring your presence to the center of your own internal vortex at the center of your heart, so filled with energy and vitality that it's sending blood to every extremity. It's sending it to your toes, your pinky, everywhere you are. Your heart is sending a beat. It's also creating an electromagnetic field. So from the center of the vortex of your heart, feel the extension of this gentle electrical field created by the beating of your heart. When we want to direct our energy together, it is good to bring our heart into resonance. Harmony within ourselves, harmony with each other. Not insensitive to the wars and the conflicts within and without, but so fully present at the core of our being, at the core of our heart, in the center of our own electromagnetic field. This cannot touch us. We can only uplift. I deeply thank you for joining me in this experiment. How?
Wow, wow, wow. That feels so awesome. And for some of our people who are just turning in online, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, everyone, to Heart Center Connection.
And if you're joining us online, I encourage you to turn on camera and type a few comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Why don't you introduce yourself and our speaker?
Thank you so much, Winnie. So I am Jay Dubois. I am a professor and expert on symbolism and human relations, and so honored to be at the center of the Heart Center team. We call ourselves a loving community, and I'm so blessed to be in each of your presence, and I'm so blessed that each of you spend your moment in mine. Speaking of presence and raising and uplifting our vibration, we are joined tonight by Amanda Rose Fletcher. Amanda Rose is a yoga teacher and relationship-based dog trainer whose work lives at the intersection of awareness and connection. For over 15 years, she's cultivated a deep practice rooted in Kundalini Yoga, where meditation opened her into a more meaningful, embodied way of living and relating. What she brings is the ability to read what isn't being said, to feel the field and gently guide it. Whether with people or with animals, her work is about regulation, presence, and the kind of listening that brings relationships fully alive. Amanda Rose, please, would you join me?
Hello. Hi. It's wonderful to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. So the listeners and the viewers may not know this, but I actually got started in Kundalini Yoga in this room in 2018 or so. And a lot of the nervous system regulation techniques that I learned were here and are rooted here. So for those of our viewers who have never heard of Kundalini Yoga, so first of all, can you tell people what it is? And then can you tell us about your journey to Kundalini Yoga?
Yeah, certainly. Kundalini Yoga is of the royal path, Raja Yoga, which is a part of the 8 limbs of yoga. It is said that a lot of these practices were kept secret. I think most of them are just older than many practices we know today. Traditional Hatha, Ashtanga, Yin yoga came 1,000 years after the practices of Kundalini. And in modern day, we call it Kundalini, but Kundalini is really just the energy that is rising within us. In traditional Chinese medicine, we call it the meridians. In Sanskrit, they're known as the nadis. These are channels that run throughout your body that carry energy. And there are two main ones that start in the pelvis and run all the way up the body, in, out through the crown. And it weaves like a snake, which is where the idea of a serpent rising within you comes from. These are called Ida and Pingala. So the practices that we're doing are meant to take this energy that's stored down here in the lower abdomen, your creative energy, and lift it up to charge the rest of your body. I've heard in other books that Kundalini can also live in the heart, that you can stoke it from this center here and continue to lift it up. And when you practice this yoga, there's a lot of sensations that come up. It's not boring, that's for sure. It's anything but, you know. It may be uncomfortable at times because new thoughts, new physical feelings get exposed, and you have a choice to make. When you're practicing, you can choose to feel the feeling and go through it and work with it, or you can choose to stuff it back down. Right? And both are appropriate, depending on where you are on that day, during that kriya, with this teacher, right? There is no right and wrong. We're doing this for experience, right? So in a lot of the books, there are alignments. It's very geometrical. They'll call for 60 degrees or 90 degrees, 30 degrees, and you can be as technical as you want to be. Truly, the scientist in you can come out. But it's still similar to any other practice where you need to follow your intuition and what your body's saying and what feels right to you in that moment, right? If you're being asked here, but you have a sharp pain stabbing you, should you continue? Should you push through a sharp pain? Probably not. Probably not. You should, and that's what this yoga, it is known as the yoga of awareness. We're becoming aware of the sharp pain. We're becoming aware of our physical bodies, our spiritual bodies, the mind. And that's what really kept me attracted to it. That's what pulled me in. I felt like in my hatha practice, I was getting bored at some points in time. Like I was struggling to stay focused. And as an athlete, I'm saying that, you know, I enjoy physical sport. I enjoy moving my body and finding perfection, if you will, finding the alignment, the stack of the hips, you know, the angle of the foot where I can fully experience the earth, you know, and activate certain muscles. I love that, of course. But my mind wasn't being stimulated, not at all. At a certain point, I was falling out. I was having other thoughts. I was thinking not about yoga.
Sure.
Not about yoga. And I got to a point where I was trying to develop my own self-practice. And this is after at least a decade of practicing in studios. And in that decade, people had said to me like, oh, are you going to do teacher training? And I always said no. No, I'm not ready. No, I don't feel like I'm there yet. And maybe that was my ego speaking. But at that point, I felt like my practice was mine. Like it was just mine. I was working for me. You know, this was something that I I held on to for myself, my own little gift. And at some point, that gift stopped giving back to me.
And what do you think it is that shifted you into wanting to explore this deeper? We talk about the Kundalini Yoga being the yoga of awareness, and you're talking about Hatha only engaging you at a body level and kind of being bored. How did how does Kundalini Yoga engage us to be not only aware physically but energetically and spiritually?
Yeah. So I found Kundalini Yoga in my living room on YouTube, trying to find a practice that would stimulate me. Sort of down and out and unable to afford a studio at that place at that time of my life. And I found an online practice, and it had stimulated me intensely. Like, not only physically did it kick my butt, truly, I got the muscle activation, I was sweating, the endorphins were running, it was fantastic. And I did it for 10 days straight, and more than the physical body was activated. My brain stopped racing around as much, and the spirit that I've always known is in me felt more forward in my body, and when I was starting my yogic journey, I was living in the 2000s, and I think I had been trained to numb myself through various mediums, whether that be, television or drugs and alcohol with social events, or just the way that we're taught to engage in this world. Like, you're supposed to meet your friends at a bar, like you're supposed to be so drowned in music and sound and stimulated at all times of day. So when I was practicing Hatha, that was still within me. And that's probably what was numbing my brain from engaging fully in yoga. So I was like, no, me, mine. I have all these things on me. This is all I can handle. When I started doing Kundalini, I realized more of the three-dimensional world that we exist in, the cycle of learning and teaching. When you truly want to master something, you come around to teach it. You use your brain to figure out how to explain it, right? And we have books that have directions that have very literal directions on what angle to take, how long to take it. Those are just words, though. The body has a different experience. And in experiencing it in my own body and flushing out all of that numbness, and taking years to feel safe in my sensitivities, I realized that this, the opportunity had been presented. A teacher training at what was formerly known as Yoga West was presented, and I was being prodded, like, are you going to join? Like, would you like to join? You should join. You come here 5 days a week. Like, why don't you do it? And I'd been asked this question many times before, and before it was a clear no to me, but that time it was, yeah, it felt like a yes, So I felt ready to take my own practice to the next level by finding a way to translate it to other people, because that is really the difficult part. You can practice in your own body and experience sensations, but how do you explain to others how to have an experience?
Yeah, yeah. So this is really great, and I can tell that this is a moment where the yoga turned into self-empowerment, And I think Kundalini is also really good for this. So can you first tell us a little bit more about this, about how you were, how you empowered yourself through Kundalini, and then would you show us, would you do us the honor of leading us in having our own experience?
Yes, I will. Well, the first few years of doing Kundalini was a lot of anger, a lot of emotions coming up and out. I still sat in community after class. Sometimes I would just leave. Sometimes I'm like, gotta go. Like, thank you, Waheguru, but I'm gonna go home now and process and melt and still come back, the next day in a couple days, because there were a lot of emotional experiences, for sure. Just shedding of layers. That's definitely how it started. But it felt good to me. It felt right to go through that. I have always been sensitive, ever since I was a kid. And it felt like I was problematic because of that. Maybe to other people, and maybe this is my own interpretation, but like people didn't want to hear my emotions or like deal with them or know how to, and they were, so I just, it's like, be pretty and nice, just be kind and well, and don't cause problems. But like, I talk a lot. I talk a lot. I feel a lot of things. I experience things. And so I wasn't comfortable in myself for a long time. And then at some point, like, it was at the end of teacher training, honestly, after sitting on the floor for 200 hours. You really, you engage with a new sense of self, a new lightness, if you will. And I've just, since that moment, become more and more and more comfortable in it. I've come back around to my hatha practice even, and it feels more engaging than ever, in prepping me for meditation. And it does feel like I'm climbing the mountain now. Whereas before, I saw some valleys, and I'm thankful for them. I truly am, because I wouldn't know what the mountain is without them.
Yeah, so this is coming really clear from what you're sharing. Kundalini has this this capacity to stir up our trauma, our stuff, our human stuff, so that we can process it. But it also connects us with a place within ourselves through the 200 hours, through holding when you don't think you can hold anymore.
Yes.
And finding your connection with something beyond your flesh and bone.
Yes. The prefix trans is defined as to go beyond. And when you're experiencing these physical postures and you think your arm's going to fall off, you go beyond that feeling into something new that you didn't think was there before. You had no idea it was there, and you get to experience it in that moment. And if you stayed comfortable, you wouldn't get to experience it, Exactly. And it's so much more than a muscular thing, like in realizing that your muscles aren't just holding up your body, that it's also the swinging of your mind. Where is your mind going while you're trying to perform anything at all? While you're trying to write an essay or watch an opera or perform a sport. What your mind is doing is influencing the physical output, you know, and engaging in samadhi, engaging in one-pointedness. What point are you focusing on? You know, are you choosing to focus on a thought? And if so, is that thought benefiting you? Which is how mantra, honestly, has been the most important part of the physical practice, for me anyways, because my mind was swinging. I was overthinking a lot, and I'm still guilty of it sometimes. But I have the tool to bring me back. The tool is using a mantra, using a set of words, you know, that have already been defined in books that I did not make up, that are inherently positive.
Exactly.
And learning to build a relationship with the breath. We breathe naturally. It happens for us in the background almost. But if you want to take control of a situation, you have to be consciously breathing, picking the thoughts that you're holding on to, and then letting the rest come.
Is that what you're going to show us tonight?
I'm going to show us some breath.
All right,
That
let's
is
see.
right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amanda Rose Fletcher.
Thank you. Let me grab my book right here.
And should we be on mats or bolsters or
should we be on mats or bolsters?
chairs?
We can be in chairs for this.
Okay.
If you choose to sit on a mat or bolster, you might be more comfortable. Your spine will be more easily aligned. We will start with some standing practices just to get into the body. So if everyone wants to find a comfortable place.
You want to do it up on this? You can. It's in front.
Fabulous. I can do it on the stage so everyone in the back can see. That's fine. That's fine. And we will start with standing, just to get into the body. Do a few warm-ups. Just finding the feet in the ground. Spreading the toes wide. Feeling all four corners of the feet on the inside arch, on the heel, on the outside edge. And connecting with the earth. Connecting with your legs, your hips, your shoulders, and your head. Feeling your posture. And then we're going to do double breaths in and double breaths out. Okay, so tense the body, loosen the body. Feeling big, loosening the knees, the spine, growing big, tall, tense. Coming down, standing up straight, bringing the arms to the shoulders. We're going to roll the shoulders forward, using the elbows to swim. Swim through the air, rotating around. Getting into the traps, the armpits. And exhale, inhale, reverse. Breathing naturally. Getting into the body, feeling the weight of the feet in the ground. And exhale, drop the arms. Inhaling right, exhaling left, letting the arms hit the body, around the hips and the kidneys. swinging. And inhaling center, exhaling, bring the hands to the hips, stabilize your lower body, maybe a micro bend in the knees. Exhale, bend forward, and we're gonna do big, wide rotations. Imagining there's a wall behind you supporting the bottom. Really moving the back around the pelvis. And then reverse. Keep breathing naturally. And inhale, center. Exhale, drop the arms. Inhale, send the arms up, look, stretch. Exhale, swipe the arms through your auric field. Let them hang by your side, shake the body. Bring the hands into fists and tap on the skull, top of the skull, like a little massage. Ah, yes, that's the good stuff. You can take your fingertips and massage in. You can do tapping if that feels good. Just activating the cranial section. All right, you can move down to your jaw, sort of tapping in here, tapping the sides of your ears, the temples. Very good. And then we'll do a little bit of free chiropractic, taking your hands into fists, finding the very bottom of your spine, maybe the top of your bum, and boop, just sort of pushing forward, pushing the hips with it, and then moving up the spine gradually. And when you get to the top, go back down to the bottom, go up one more time. Slight adjustment of the spine. And exhale down, and we'll come into a seat. You may want to use your bolster or a blanket at this time. Can everyone see me in the room? All right, this Kriya is called Experiencing the Original You. Using some basic arm movements and connecting with the breath. We're not forcing the breath, we're forming a relationship with the breath. Experiencing the inhales and the exhales. When we begin a Kundalini Kriya Yoga, a Yoga Kriya, we tune in with the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo, in reverence to the lineage that came before us, that held on to these teachings and passed us to us today. Bring the palms in front of the heart center and rub them vigorously, creating heat, a small fire. Activating these nadis, these energy channels. Your hands are extensions of your heart. And bring those warm hands to your eyes. And exhale the hands down into prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. And inhale, exhale, become empty. hold empty. Inhale. Inhale a little bit more. Hold at the top. Hum it out. Hum. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. On Namo Gurudev Namo On Namo Gurudev Namo On Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale, hold the breath. See a bright white light running up and down the spine. Move it quickly, quickly. Exhale. Relax the mudra. Come to the normal breath. Experience the original you. This next posture asks us to work with the 1 minute breath, with the large goal being that we inhale for 20 seconds, we hold for 20 seconds, and we exhale for 20 seconds. I would say that's a lofty goal. The point is that the inhale, the hold, and the exhale are equal. Find where you're at today. Maybe you're inhaling for 5, holding for 5, exhaling for 5. Maybe you're at 7, or maybe you're at 10 seconds or 15 seconds. The most important part is that the breath is equal. Your chin is tucked. Your crown is reaching up towards the sky. Your fingers are interlaced and pushing out. Hold this posture and breathe the 1 minute breath. Equal inhale, hold, exhale. Close down the lids of the eyes and focus at the tip of the nose. Count your breath. The elbows are locked. If you experience discomfort in the elbows, it could be signaling imbalance in the stomach. Use the strength of the spine, the weight of the seat, and the surrounding muscles to hold the body up and the arms out. Counting the breath, staring at the tip of the nose to activate the glands in the brain. Use the constriction of the throat to control the timing of the breath. Relax the muscles of the face. Continuing to focus the eyes at the tip of the nose, stretching the arms out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth with the force of a cannon. Continue. Inhale, nose. Exhale like a cannon. The strength of the breath will heal you. If you feel discomfort, breathe heavier. Let the breath be your guide. Eyes at the tip of the nose. Elbows locked. Circulating as much oxygen as possible. Having your experience, noticing the mind. You're almost there. honoring your experience. Working with discomfort and the pleasure of oxygen, of prana. Keep up. The hips are heavy, the crown of the head is stretching towards the sky, the arms are stretching out, the fingertips are supporting you. And inhale, hold the breath, pump the navel, moving the belly button back and forward towards the spine and away, pumping the navel, moving the belly button. When you can no longer hold the breath, exhale. And you'll immediately inhale again and begin pumping the navel. Continue at your own breath rhythm, holding the arm position, inhaling and holding the inhale as long as you can while pumping the navel. Exhaling while you need to, eyes at the tip of the nose. Feeling the energy from the navel support the energy of the body. Healing your digestion. Expanding the heart. And inhale, hold the breath. Stretch the arms out as far as possible, putting pressure on the joined fingers. Exhale through the mouth like a cannon. 2 more times. Inhale, hold the breath. Stretching the joined fingers. Cannon fire out. 1 more time. Inhale, hold the breath. Stretch through the elbows, the shoulders, the joined fingers. Feel the pelvis pushing down into the ground, the crown stretching up. Cannon fire out, exhale. Release the arms to fully circulate this energy. Extend the pointer finger, your Jupiter finger, up towards the sky. Lock down the other 3 fingers with the thumb. Circle your hands in outward circles as fast as possible. This movement has to be vigorous. The entire spine will move. Tiny outward circles, moving the spine, moving the body, the heart energy, feeling the energy rise, spreading the heat up and out. Closing the eyes, experiencing the upper spiritual centers. Finding a smile if it behooves you. Keep breathing. Find your own natural breath, your own cosmic dance. You are one with the universe, with the planets. Your spine jumping like a beetle in the sand. The wind around you, the coolness within you. You are a power center. You create, you give, and you receive it back into you through your antennas. What a gift. What a gift it is to have this body, to have your breath, to have the support of this room. And inhale, exhale, relax. Experience the original you. The energy in the pelvis, the lightness of the heart, the beauty of your brain, all driving the same vehicle. Up the mountain. Bring the palms to the heart center. We'll close this practice with the mantra Sat Nam. Truth is my identity. Truth is the feeling you have right now. It is authentic to you. There is nothing fake in your soul. Don't let the ego guide you otherwise. Inhale. Exhale, side out. And inhale. Thank you for your practice this evening. Thank you to everyone at home. I hope you had a wonderful experience. Thank you, Jay and Winnie, for having me here today.
Thank you so much, Amanda Rose. Thank you.
And now we have a treat. So for those who have a mat, we're gonna do the Shavasana, which is lie down, and April is gonna bless us with the heavenly sounds of the sound bath. Can you give her your mic? everyone get into a comfortable lying down position. Maybe scan your body and see if there's one area that is a little tight and can use a little healing. And for those of you who have light balls and light treasures, turn on as appropriate. To bless yourself and each other. April Aoki is a student of Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha. Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha is trained in Western medicine, Chinese medicine, and the world-renowned spiritual healer. He has trained 10,000 healers worldwide. He teaches us the say hello technique. To say hello to your soul. Say hello to your heart. Say hello to your mind. Say hello to your energy. Say hello to your body. Say hello to your hair and your skin, your eyes, nose, ears. Get really curious with your ears. What is your gift? Begin to see that your body is not solid. What we think as a body is actually vibrations. Can you feel the sound healing vibrations is changing the shape of your body? Master Sha and quantum physics PhD, Dr. Rulin Shu, they co-wrote a book called Tao Science. The fundamental principle is that everyone and everything is a vibrational field. A field is made of three things: information, energy, and matter. The soul The soul is the warehouse of information. The heart is the receiver of information. The mind is the processor of information. The energy is the actioner. And the body is the transformer. Heal the soul first. And the rest will follow. We are in the presence of the Tao calligraphy field. The Tao cannot be seen or touched. The Tao is the ultimate source and creator. The Tao is the way of all life. The Tao calligraphy carries the source, most highest frequencies of love and light that can transform negative information in any aspect of life, including health, relationships,
be washed away. In the invisible light, nourishing your soul, heart, mind. So gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe if you're lying down, bring your arms up above your head and stretch yourself. Maybe bring your knees up to your chest and swing side to side, up and down. Rock yourself like a little baby. And you can feel free to rock all night. But if you're ready and come up to seated,
Gently open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone. And I want to give it up to our harp sound healer, April Aoki. She is here. So, April, do you want to come? You're good? Okay, she's good. Okay. So yeah, at this time, we'd love to hear from some community members. So I would love to hear what is your experience of the Kundalini Yoga, especially if you're doing it, whether it's the first time or the 10th year anniversary. Tell us what was your experience. And also, we'd love to hear what is your experience of the sound bath. What is your experience with the soul song, which is in light language, and also the harp. So welcome anybody who wants to share.
Hello, everyone. That was absolutely an interesting new experience that I just had. I'm not sure how many of you all have done Kundalini Yoga, but that was my first time. And I went in here not really knowing what to expect whatsoever. And yeah, I think that was probably for the best because, like, it was really a challenge doing these movements all together and really hunkering down in the center and just really focusing on this presence. And the sensation of it was something that I was not expecting at all either. At first, it was just completely like disorienting, overwhelming. I mean, maybe I wear glasses and that adds to it, but it was just like, wow, I can't even focus on my nose. It's just like, okay, focus on your nose. Like I have to shut down the mind and then like start over. And then I was like, wow, that's just how it was going for most of this point. And I was just like, everyone here is amazing because they're all doing this too. So like I was just like, okay, everyone's doing this. We're all in this together. Cannonball press. Like, so like the whimsical funness of it adds to it, but like the real root of it is just this really deep presence, this calming of the breath, the power that we have in the breath. That was really awesome. Like I could keep going on about it, but I would definitely love to give Kundalini Yoga another shot because it's like I know that there's so much more than just this little practice. It definitely would go deeper. But as for the sound healing, it was just whimsical sounds and just peace. It's just like being able to really allow yourself to slow down. Like the part where when he says, "You have no shape, you have no form." I was just like, I'm gone. I'm gone. It's okay. It's wonderful. And I was just really like soaking in these vibrations and just really traveling with them and just really enjoying this piece. So I hope you all have experienced so much joy and peace with us here. We're so grateful. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and for everyone in person for coming. Thank you. Is there anyone else that'd like to share their experience? I know that I had some really amazing adjectives to say about it.
Okay, I just want to say
Okay.
that that was so much fun for me to follow Amanda. First of all, give it up to our wonderful, wonderful teacher. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. And we've got this historical avenue to practice the sound bath. Okay, give it up to Jay on the gong. And also our Tao calligraphy. Give it up to Tao calligraphy. Thank you, Master
And
Tao.
give it up for the angelic voice of Winnie Chan Wang, everyone. We had angels all around tonight.
Yes, so we've been doing the monthly Tao Christian service with me and Pastor Peter, where he speaks Chinese and I speak English. And I really enjoy the harmony, the oneness where, you know, different languages come together and that we can study the Bible and the Tao longevity practices together. And if Amanda agrees, I think we should have monthly Kundalini Yoga cross sound bath. Okay,
Oh,
what does
yeah.
everybody say? I think so, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with the schedule. If you like it, make sure you leave a comment, and on our Facebook, our YouTube. Yeah, so go on Heart Center LA on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you special request Amanda. If more people request Amanda as the yoga teacher, and more people request April as the harp sound healer, and maybe you want to say something nice about me too, we will bring you gladly the Kundalini Yoga fusion with Tao calligraphy healing field, which is just so powerful, to do the movement followed by dissolving into emptiness.
Yeah, and I really love the way that Chloe put it, finding this presence within ourselves. And that's really the opportunity that Kundalini gives us. So I really would love to do this once a month. I think that would be great. And speaking of presence and being in our strongest, highest presence, this Saturday, the 21st, at 8 a.m., we will be doing our third, can you believe it? Our third monthly men's walk. Thank you, Raj. We will be meeting right here in Cherry Canyon Trail in La Cañada. And you can contact me. You can also find out more through that QR code right there. And we'd love for you to join us. So, I got the privilege of speaking with a group of men this morning at The Real. So we do this in partnership with a nonprofit called The Real Mental Health Foundation, which is dedicated to delivering mental health support to 10 million and plus one men by 2030, which is an enormous goal, and we are doing it. And why are we doing it in walks? Because men process shoulder to shoulder. Women process face to face, but men process on the move. So we move together and we give each other an opportunity to process, but it's a low pressure environment. No one is required to do anything except come along on a walk with us. Love to see you there. And of course, we meet here every Wednesday evening. We will be meeting next Wednesday as usual. We will be taking a week off later in the month, but I'll tell you more about that. Okay, go ahead, Winnie.
So we will not be meeting here because we do not have the physical location.
No, we're not meeting. I wasn't saying this location, but we'll be meeting online.
Yes, so let me take care of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this evening, make some noise.
Woo!
Yes, we really have a good time, and really we enjoy each of your presence here, especially online, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and share. And more importantly, the more people do this, the more we can manifest love, peace, harmony in the world. So please, can you think of 5 friends right now that you can invite? You can even stay in your pajamas next week, right? There's no physical location. So when we don't have a physical location, we just get on Zoom. So we have this true hybrid model. We are hoping that next month, temporary pencil in your calendar, April 22nd, but we do not yet have a location. Now, if you're living in Los Angeles and you have a location and want to host us, please do let us know. We're like Tao service on wheels, kind of like Uber. So call us and host us. We will be there. And yeah, so make sure you tell us how much you love Amanda, how much you love Kundalini Yoga, how much you love the sound bath, and we'll bring that back. And welcome everybody to applaud for the first inaugural Kundalini Yoga harp sound bath experience.
Woo! And I love it. We'll bring it to you. We'll put it on wheels and we'll bring it to you.
Yes, you can bring us to Long Beach, Burbank, anywhere within 1 hour of Pasadena. If you want to host us, call us and we will bring you the party.
Heart Center LA1 at gmail.com. thank you so much.
Thank
You,
you,
everyone. Love you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. See you all next week online. Love you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.